Hello all, so it's the start of Dietitian's Week. I'm Sam, hello, and I'm a diabetes dietitian and I'm also home enteral feeding dietitian. But this week I will be following the diet that we recommend, well not the diet but the advice that we recommend for our type 1. So we'll be carb counting and I'll be testing my blood sugars. So I have decided to start tonight. Testing the blood sugars and carb counting, and hopefully tomorrow I will get the go ahead from our managers at work to be able to wear one of my Omnipods that I have here, given by our lovely rep Alex. So fingers crossed we get the okay for that. I've got some saline as well to fill that up. So I'm just about to do my blood sugar pre-meal. I have washed my hands, obviously, as we advise all of our patients to do. Excuse the glasses and the shiny stuff, I've been watching TV. So I'm just about to do my blood sugar with my lovely expert meter here. There we are. There we go. So I did my other half's blood sugar earlier. He's very pleased it was normal and is pleasantly surprised that it didn't hurt that much. Oh, and I've lost the strip. Oh. So we have an error already, not enough blood on the sample, that's not coming out very well. So I'm just redoing my blood sugar because we had the error earlier. Common problem, I imagine. New Lancet. I'm running out of these very quickly. Got enough, thank goodness. And so, here we go, we have 6.1, lovely. We're just going to enter in no carbs because tonight is feta and turkey and mint burgers, so no carbs in there. With some veg, some salad. We've had a very carby day already, with some pastries at breakfast, and I had a very naughty magnum in the afternoon. Everything in moderation, people. So, no carbs, no health events. So that would be no insulin for dinner. Okay, all done. So I will check in tomorrow morning when I'm having my porridge or cereal. And fingers crossed my scales are working in the morning. Oh, I'm still bleeding. Fingers crossed my scales are working in the morning. Otherwise it's going to be a carbs and cals guess situation. But yeah, I will check in the morning. Good night. Hello all, it's Sam here again, day 2 of our carb counting and blood glucose monitoring week. Unfortunately I haven't been able to get the go ahead to wear the sample pumps that I was given, which is a bit of a shame, but I will persevere with the carb counting and blood glucose monitoring this week. So yesterday was the first full day of doing it and I'm already starting to feel the relentless nature of carb counting and blood glucose monitoring that a lot of our patients tell us that they experience, so already it's been really beneficial from that point of view to really get an insight into that. I tried to do it as close as possible, so I ended up doing 7 tests yesterday, so that was all of my meals, snacks, before and after the gym and driving. One other half of my job, as well as doing diabetes, I do home enteral feeding in the community, so I had 3 home visits yesterday, so doing all those tests in between driving was a challenge. I've already fallen into bad habits with not washing my hands in the car, so I need to bring a little water bottle, I think, and some tissue to make sure I can get my hands washed in the car. Carb counting hasn't been too bad. A lot of the foods I've been having have been quite familiar. My scales have broken, unfortunately, so I have to buy some new ones today. But I've had measuring scoops that I know what the weight is, and things like tablespoon measures has been quite a good way to work it out. Carbs and calories has also been really useful for things like fruit, which hasn't come in packets and things like that, and then just kind of using my own knowledge from doing carb counting education for the past 4 or 5 years. So yeah, I'm going to borrow some scales or buy some new scales to get on with that. Has really changed how I've eaten, I think, as well. There was a moment yesterday when I thought, oh, I want to have a wee snack, and I thought, I'm going to have to do a blood test if I'm going to have that snack. It's going to be quite a big snack, and it actually stopped me from eating that snack. So that's quite insightful in that it's actually changed my eating habits a little bit, because I didn't want to do an extra test. So far it's been really interesting and a really good insight. I'm rapidly running out of lancets and strips because I've had quite a few errors on the machine, which is really frustrating. Either the strip not going in or not having enough blood, so that's been quite frustrating. I'm going to have to raid our stores today. So so I'm just having, I've got a little gap in clinic this morning doing gestational diabetes. So I suppose a little insight into my day as well as a dietitian. So Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays are my main diabetes days, and Tuesday morning is dedicated to antenatal. So this morning I have got a clinic of one-to-ones where we see our gestational patients after they come to a group session, which I'll also be doing today, where we cover diet and gestational diabetes, sort of how they can change, can't remember the word, how they can change their diet to modify, that was it, to reduce carb portions, look at different types of food, looking at the GI, glycemic index of foods, and then we see them sort of 2 to 3 weeks later to see how they're doing and give them a little bit more individualised advice. So that's what I'm doing this morning, but we've had a few no-shows, so I just got a little gap that I thought I would update. And this afternoon will be type 1 carbohydrate counting education. So you can see that I do an awful lot of group education, and that's a huge part of what dietitians do, and it's something that I really enjoy. So Tuesdays are a good day if a busy day. We don't even get a lunch on Tuesday actually, because we have a meeting where we discuss clinical cases, which is really useful as a learning opportunity, but it can make it quite a long day. But so I will take a few more pictures of my food and my experiences throughout the day, and I'll update them, but otherwise I will check in tomorrow.